Hello, my beautiful people. How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone is doing okay. Here again is Upstream Health with Ify. I hope you guys have been watching my videos and learning a thing or two and improving your health every day. Okay, please let me know. Can you guys drop the comments down so that I can know how you're doing? Or you can also go to my Instagram page to let me know. Okay, I really need to know how we're doing. I just want to make sure that the information I'm giving out here is really helpful. Okay, and then I also need your recommendations also. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about supplements, multivitamins and supplements. Do we really need supplements? I hear people say, oh, I'm very healthy, I don't need no supplements, I don't have any chronic condition, I don't need no supplements, I eat very healthy. Yeah, maybe there are people who are very healthy or who have a very perfect health that don't need it. But here in this channel, I'll be talking to some of us or most of us who need multivitamins. So I will see someone who doesn't need multivitamins or food supplements as someone who has a very perfect health. You don't have no headache, you don't get tired, and you are getting your food, your whole food from a place, or the food is being harvested from a very fertile soil. Like, you're sure of where you're getting your whole food, you're sure your whole food is coming from or is being harvested from a fertile soil without pesticide, without hormones. If you're sure, good. And a very healthy person, also a person who doesn't need supplements, you don't have any digestive issue, because with digestive issues we have problem absorbing these nutrients. Okay, and also if you think you don't need food supplements or multivitamins, it means you have a perfect health. You never have any digestive issue. You don't have any chronic condition that you're managing. You don't have any inflammatory disease. You're getting your food, I mean whole food, from fields, or being how your food being harvested from fertile soils without artificial fertilizers, without pesticide, without hormones. And that you're eating whole food, you're not eating any processed food, you don't eat junk food, and you are not overweight, and you don't get sick. So if you're in this category of people with perfect health, maybe you don't need a multivitamin. So for those of us, or most of us, who need multivitamin, I'll tell you the reason why we need multivitamin. The digestive system has a way of absorbing the nutrients, right? So there are people who have like chronic condition, chronic constipation. We talked about gut bacteria that helps us break down food so that we can get some vitamins in our body. This bacteria help us to absorb food. So we might not have enough good bacteria to help us with this absorption. So one of the reasons why we need multivitamin. Two, if you have inflammatory risk factors like smoking, taking alcohol, some medication, some diabetic medication can deplete your vitamin B. And if you have certain conditions, chronic conditions, that makes it difficult for you to absorb some vitamins, like some fat soluble vitamins, you need multivitamins. So if you have chronic conditions that are inflammatory, find out from your doctor if you're not sure. So they will let you know if you need those multivitamins. Because to tell you the truth, sometimes we have some symptoms. You treat it, it's not going anywhere. Like, you do the test, you do the blood work, they don't find anything. Usually, most of the time, it's going to be a tiny vitamin deficiency that is the culprit. So find out from your doctor. Make sure you're checking what you eat, if you're eating getting enough nutrients, which is practically impossible for you to get these nutrients, the daily requirement, in your meal. So that's why you need to work this out with your primary care physician to know what multivitamins that you might need, or even run a test to check it. Okay, vitamin D very important, vitamin C complex very important, vitamin B complex very important. We have other trace minerals like the zinc, the copper, that you can also find out with your primary care doctor. So for most of us who will be needing multivitamins or food supplements, these are the reasons why we need this. One, we don't even know where the food we eat or where they're being harvested from, like the soil. Some soils are heavily laden with metals. These metals affect how we absorb nutrients from our food. Two, we have gut bacteria, like I explained in my other videos. Gut bacteria help us to break food and make some nutrients for us to absorb, like the vitamin K. Do you know if you have enough gut bacteria, the good bacteria, to help you break down and get these nutrients? You don't know. So you can do a food recall and see how much of fiber you're eating, how much of probiotic you're eating. You can find out if you have chronic constipation. So all this can affect how you absorb multivitamins or nutrients in your meal. Another one is if you have chronic inflammatory illnesses like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, that's an example. If you have like diverticulosis, that's an example of inflammatory issues. If you're overweight like me, if you're overweight, you need multivitamin because inflammation affects how you absorb nutrients from your food. And again, for every one of us, we have a daily requirement of nutrients that we get from our meal. So eating a cup of vegetable or even 2 cups of vegetable a day, it's not enough for you to get like the potassium that you need. So that's why some of this food supplements are made into capsules or tablets for you to take. If you're ill, like if you have diarrhea, you're always having constant headache without no cause, you're always getting tired, you wake up feeling tired even though you had enough sleep, but you wake up not feeling well rested, you might need multivitamins or food supplements. Okay, so if you're on a special diet like keto diet, if you're fasting, if you if you're not eating enough vegetable, if you're eating processed food, junk, all that, you need multivitamins. Or you can just stop and make a food recall. Like yesterday, make a 24-hour recall of what you ate and see how much vegetables you got, see how much fiber you got, see how much carbs you got, see how much food junk food you got, see how much sugar you got. So that will tell you if you really need a multivitamin or not. So we all need multivitamin. So I'll be going to the next topic, which is what multivitamin will you need. So based on this, you always want to work it out with your primary care provider. All right, because especially if you're on a prescription medication, some of those multivitamins or food supplements can interact with your prescription medication. So work this out with your primary care doctor. But if you feel you don't have any prescription medication you're taking, you can go ahead and do a food recall, see how much you're getting. You might need a multivitamin, you might need like a vitamin C, like if you get so tired all the time. You might need and remember, let me say something about vitamin C. Right, make sure that when you're getting your multivitamin or your vitamins, make sure you're looking at the label to see what kind, like vitamin C most especially. A lot of the vitamin C that we have over the counter are made out of synthetic materials. So when you pick up your vitamin C, which is one of the popular vitamin, make sure you're looking at the contents. It should be, is it made out of synthetic materials or out of natural materials? Like make sure you're seeing biflavonoids, you're seeing ascorbic acid, not just ascorbic acid, but with vitamin C it comes like a complex. In the vitamin C you see the biflavonoids, you see the ascorbic acid, you're also gonna see the vitamin J, you're also gonna see the copper. All right, so vitamin J, it's also included. Vitamin J is a multivitamins that helps with oxygen, with your oxygen level, especially if you have if you have gone through if you have issues with breathing, like people who had like pneumonia, getting tired, vitamin C is very good in helping you with your oxygen use. Okay. So another vitamin is vitamin D, which most of us know. So vitamin D actually helps your body absorb calcium. You need calcium for strong bones. And one thing with vitamin D, depending on your age, your exposure to sun, you might also want to find out what your levels are. Okay, sometimes you might need a very higher dose, or even if you have normal levels, your primary care provider may want to put you on a maintenance dose like a 400 or 800 IU. So vitamin D is a very good vitamin D. And also vitamin D, you might have to take that with a vitamin K, because vitamin K will help you absorb the calcium, will help when you're taking the vitamin K and the vitamin D. It will help you to help the vitamin D absorb the calcium and help you store it in the right places, the bone, instead of depositing it in the like the artery or somewhere else. Okay. Another vitamin that I love so much is the vitamin B complex. Vitamin B complex is very, very important. One important one is vitamin B1, thiamine. I'm going to do a different video on that about vitamin B1, because vitamin B1 deficiency mimics a lot of illnesses. Like you see people who are ill, they've done the blood test, they've run the blood test, they can find out what is wrong, but the person is always complaining of losing energy, getting tired, dizzy. You're always restless, you're having panic attacks, you can't sleep at night. Vitamin B1 mimics a lot of illnesses. So I'm going to speak on that one on a different video, vitamin B1. Okay, so I want you guys to make sure you're working with your primary care doctor, check your vitamin levels, and then make a food recall and see if you're eating right, and get your multivitamin. And make sure if you're on prescription medication, your primary care provider should know, so that there won't be any interaction between the multivitamins, which are over the counter, and your prescription medication. So I hope this helped about multivitamins. So like I said, multivitamins, you might need it. Watch the video and find out if you fall in the categories of those who need it. And if you're buying it, make sure you're reading the label to see the active ingredients or whatever they use in preserving the capsules or the tablets. Make sure they are not synthetic. Ask, is this synthetic or is it natural? Just like we have synthetic and natural flavoring in food, we also have synthetic and natural vitamins. So make sure you're looking at it to make sure you're getting vitamins that has been made from the natural source. Okay, so I hope this helps you, and make sure you're drinking a lot of water with your multivitamins, or if you're getting it in powder, pills, capsules, whatever form, you're taking it with a lot of water, and you're checking your levels. And do it. This is not to replace your meals. These are just supplements, not to replace your meals. This is supplement. You cannot have a bad eating diet and then you take multivitamins to cover up. It's not gonna work. It's just like you have to clean it out first before you take the medication. So if you're not eating right and you're taking the multivitamin, it's not gonna work. The multivitamin is just a supplement to supplement what you're already having. Like if you're supposed to get 100, let's say if you're supposed to get 100 grams of a nutrient, when you eat, you might be getting like just 70. So those supplements gives you the rest 30%. Okay, that's just what it explains. It does not replace meals. Okay, so I hope you have another blessed evening. Do enjoy your day and keep the questions coming. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do share this with your friends. Okay, do share this video with your friends. Comment, hit on the notification button so that when I upload a video, you will find out. Okay, and soon, because we reach 100 subscribers and I'm so happy, we're gonna be doing a giveaway of some medical devices like a blood pressure device, a pulse oximeter, maybe a blood pressure machine, the wrist one. So let me know what's how you guys want me to do this, maybe to do a live video. Okay, so please do take care of yourself. I mean, taking care of all the organs in your body by treating it right. Have a blessed day.